would you say many Nigerians are having mental health issues?
Due to
What do you
poverty?
think? Due to poverty, yes, because generally Nigeria has been classified as one of the poorest countries. Hello, thank you very much for joining us on Life and People. My name is Joyce Unebu, and today on Life and People, we are going to talk about something very interesting, something very important. It has to do with your health. Mental health it is. Yes, mental health is a global issue and very important subject. And with me here to talk about mental health is a mental health expert, a mental health nursing professional, and she is Mrs. Lillian Ike. Mrs. Lillian Ike is a board-certified family and mental health nurse practitioner with several years of experience in psychiatry nursing. She lives and works in Texas, United States of America. Lillian, it's good to have you on the show. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah. Now, you've had a lot of dealings with mental health issues. So let's talk about mental health. What is mental health generally?
Well, mental health, as we know, is a state of well-being. And just like we go through physical being and medical issues and all that, it's also good to see where your mental health is.
Yeah.
And it's actually a state of well-being that includes your physical, psychological, social well-being, and so your ability to maintain low stressful situations, ability to act, live, and also enjoy your life. Those are the things that you need to look into.
Okay, when you're talking about mental health issues, the ability to function properly, right?
It affects the way you think, you feel, and you act.
Exactly.
So that's how.
All right, that's mental health in a nutshell. Mental health has to do with the person's well-being. I think that those are the key issues: well-being and ability to function.
Yes,
it's very
it determines
important.
also how you handle stress,
How you handle
and
stress,
cope with stresses of life.
Okay.
How that translates to you, how you function with those. Not all of us have the ability to do that.
All
so
right.
that's why it's always time for you to check your mental health and see where you're going from there.
All right. Now, can mental health be good or bad? Let's
Yes.
talk about good mental health and bad mental health. What is good mental health? When somebody says your mental health is quite good, what does that mean?
It's actually mean it's sort of awareness of where you are, where your emotions are, your emotional, physical, and mental, and the ability also to seek help when you see where you are. So it's a good mental health when you can determine where you are.
Your state of
Just being aware of where you are, awareness of your physical, mental, and your coping strategies.
Okay, coping strategies. I think I like that. Coping strategies. The ability functioning well, properly, and you recognize that. Now, bad mental health, I will imagine, is the opposite of good mental health.
When you cannot cope with stress, when you have a lot of issues in your head that you can't function with. Stress are the big triggers of those.
Okay, yes, we are coming to that. Triggers of bad mental health, or mental health generally. What are the causes of bad mental health? What can affect our mental health negatively? What are some of those things?
If we look at it, actually the triggers, I could go back to your childhood experiences could do that.
Okay, childhood experiences.
Trauma can trigger.
Okay,
that.
trauma.
Life stresses.
Stress.
Loss of a family member or loved ones could trigger abnormal
mental
health issues.
Okay.
Sickness can do that as well.
Can do that. Okay.
And pressures of life.
Okay.
Lack, poverty.
Poverty.
Yes, poverty. When you can't make your basic needs meet, you can't meet your basic needs, and you feed your family, take care of your wife, your children and all that, those can trigger issues because you're constantly feeling how am I supposed to do this?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to fill this gap? And when you are in a place where you cannot do that, and you're actually every day is a constant pressure on yourself to begin to function or begin to do things that could fill in those gaps.
Okay.
Those
Now, talking about poverty, I recall that the World Bank, in their latest 2022 Poverty and Prosperity Report, said that Nigeria is home to a large share of the global extreme poor. So, from what you've just said, poverty is a big trigger of a mental health issue. Now, would you say many Nigerians are having mental health issues
due to
poverty? What do you think? Due to poverty, yes, because generally Nigeria has been classified as one of the poorest countries in the world. So
I wouldn't say it's like this where we are now. It's only poverty that is contributing to the mental issues that we have.
Okay.
Remember, the mental issues we're talking about is inability to function
properly.
Yeah. In the midst of problems, stress. If you're not able to cope with your stress, then it's an issue.
Okay.
So it's not only poverty, it's just that where we are, awareness that these things are problems and you're not able to take care of it.
Okay.
And,
but a bad economy can be a big trigger.
Yes, it is.
Mental health issues.
Yeah, if you look at it, bad economy when you cannot function. I'm looking at people that have graduated all these years and do have no jobs.
Exactly.
Even the cab drivers are graduates. So you can see that they're not able to fulfill whatever they read in school. Their dreams. They're not able to do that.
Yeah.
And when you're not able to do that, it's just a mental issue. It's a mental anguish all over you.
Yeah.
That you're constantly
thinking
about it. I went to all this school. My parents paid for these schools and school fees, and
nothing
here
to show
I am,
for
nothing
it.
to show for it. I'm doing menial jobs that you can think of.
So all of that can trigger.
Yes, when you're thinking
issues.
about that.
Okay.
When you can't function to your best ability, that's a problem.
And that all began with the harsh economy. Then this person is thinking not able to function properly, and then the third stage, something happens here.
When your environment cannot provide for you, when your environment cannot give you open doors for you to function in your capacity, it's very bad. And when you cannot function in your full capacity, it's a kind of mental anguish.
Okay.
When you have opportunity to do that, you set out to do that and it's not forthcoming, not because of what you have done, because where the society has placed you.
It's true.
Because of bad government,
all right.
Pressures of life, pressures, and you can't make any move. So people are turning to every other thing that they're not supposed to be.
You're doing
to that.
exactly the situation in this country today. You just painted it perfectly. Now, let's talk about what to do now. Solution. What can we do to improve and sustain a good mental health?
When looking at the society and you find out that your environment is not helping you, so you have to think about ways to help yourself. I know some people, even after graduating from school, they have to do something else like certification course or just some kind of occupational stuff to build themselves. Do some programs that are outside what they have done. When they see that things that are prospering in different directions, they just change the direction. That's something you can look into and see if you can change from direction that you've been going and see another direction. Some people are traveling out of the country, which is not the best, but I mean, wherever the opportunity is, just go for it. Especially if you go in a genuine way, that can be rewarding for you.
Other things to do to improve our mental health?
Social interaction can help you do that when you find out where you are, that your mental capacity is just not functioning well. Where you are. Seek for advice. Social interaction, like I said.
Does exercise help?
Yes, exercise helps. Figure out which one you like doing. I heard that we have fitness centers now, but that's also costs money. You can do that. For ordinary, just self-awareness, mindfulness, thinking, just taking some realization time if you can do that. Join in physical sports that you can. Those are things that can help you too. Physical exercise, even taking a walk a day, 30 minutes taking a walk, intentionally taking a walk 30 minutes a day, 3 days or 5 days a week can go a long way. Just to set to improve your keep your mind steady on things that you should function. Keeps your mind calm so that you can function. You can think better. These are the things. Food, nutrition is another thing. I know we have
nutrition.
also. Yes, you can eat better.
Oh, really?
Eating better things helps you. Don't eat it. I know we.
But how can one eat better when there isn't money, when there's no food?
There are other things that I know there's poor economy, but there are some you can stay on things that are healthy.
Organic food,
pure vegetables. We have all sorts of vegetables here that are good that you can go on. Fruits are also okay.
Yeah.
Don't be eating a lot of starchy foods. Those comes it can hinder a lot of things that you're eating. Fruits and vegetables, stay on that. Hydrate yourself, drink water, all that. I know it's just a whole lot of things you're thinking about, other things than food. I know you just see whatever I see, I eat. But those tends to, will not help you.
Other factors that can prove I read somewhere that sleep can do that. Is it true?
Yes.
Okay, sleep.
Maintain a good sleep, 8 hours a day, which I don't know for adults or 6.
Yeah.
It depends on where you are. That could help to calm you.
Sleeping can really help.
Yes.
That's nice.
You can do that.
How about seeking professional help?
Yes, that can help. It depends on where you are, but I will always suggest come with a close friendship. Go to your close relations. If you can talk to them and see what's going on, how they can help you out. Sometimes talk to you, advise you, and do that. You can start with that. And counseling is another step. There are professional counselors here that can help you. Go into your clergy or your pastor or whoever that mentors you. Is another avenue for you to go.
Thank you very much. Before I ask you to advise our people watching, especially Nigerians living in a very harsh economic condition, I would like to juxtapose what life is like here and America, where you live and work, vis-a-vis mental health. What do you think? The mental health of people living there, is it better than, are they having a better mental health, good mental health than we are? What do you think?
I would say that because they are aware of your mental problems. But over here, we're not aware. Sometimes we just keep moving and think that's how life is. Because from your birth, you've been in so many kinds of trauma, and you think that's how life is.
And that it would just go
away, and you keep moving from one trauma to another trauma, and you become a menace to society because you're now all over the place with what you have. You cannot feel your emotions anymore. You just move as you go. So that's why a lot of people encounter things around the way. People shouting on the road, people doing all sorts of things, throwing things and moving, like even vehicles. People are moving and not letting anyone pass them. Everybody's moving, trying to pass one another. Why? There are some things that you need to do. And then you see people acting anyhow.
Strangely.
Butchering
fellow human beings.
Even the way we talk. We just talk anyhow. It comes out so harsh. You don't even know if they're talking to you or just like they are trying to come up with conversation.
So aggressive.
So yes, because of these are the things that have embedded in us from childhood, and you're not able to take care of it. Traumas of all sorts.
Even know that they exist.
Yes, that's another thing. So just be aware that awareness of your mental state helps you to begin. And when you find that there are some things lacking, the way you act and the way you behave, the way you try to maneuver things, if they are not proper, just think back and say, okay, what can I do? Can I help myself? Can I educate myself about mental health, anxiety, depression? All those are there.
And then admitting that you have these problems.
Something, yes. Anger issues. Some of us are so angry for nothing. You just talk to somebody, hey, you just all the 9 years comes out, and you're wondering. I just asked a question. So where is this coming from? So just be aware that that's not normal. You can't function like that. Be aware, and then what can I do? What can I do to help myself? Educate yourself. This is wrong. Seek help. Seek help. Find relaxation time. Find time to journal your life story or whatever that is going on. And forgiveness is another thing. If you forgive others from whatever they have done for you, that takes off so many stress out of you.
A doctor once told me that,
Yes.
During counseling.
Yes.
He said good lifestyle.
Good lifestyle.
Forgiveness.
Good lifestyle, relaxation. Make time for people.
Yeah.
Make time for for your friends, your relations, your parents, your siblings. Make time for them. Think about them. Talk to them. Call them on the phone. Write to them. Whatever you have to do, and maintain relationship, normal, healthy relationship with people that you can trust, that you can talk to whenever you want to. Those are things that you can do.
So over there it's better, far better, because they are aware
of it, and they can seek help. They ask you, they encourage you to seek help.
Yeah.
That's why I still have a job. They ask you to seek help and figure out what's going on. Some are just for counseling, and some you might use medication to help you to get to where you need to be. Those are the things that you do.
Thank you very much. Finally, Lillian, I would like you to advise people who may be going through a hard time that has induced mental health issues for them. Talk to our people. So,
well, the
briefly.
hard times are inevitable in our lifestyle, so that's what you need to know. So, but the way you cope with it, the way you handle it is the proper thing. So handle it with care. First of all, I advise you, faith works, and people pray. So that's another way you can handle that. When you see your situation is so bad and you don't know which way, start with prayer and ask God to help you, direct you. Then go for counseling, seek help, ask somebody, what can I do? And let them encourage you. And figure out other ways that you can do things. If you need to educate yourself, if you need to go back to school, if you need to go do a program that can help you get a job or do other stuff. And if people are going on for their maybe entrepreneurship, people are going in there now. A lot of Nigerians are here. So do something to help yourself. Don't wait for the government to do something for you. Do something, whatever it is, start small and see how it grows. That's a better fit than to cause all these commotions that people are causing with the problems.
All right.
Going into all
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Lillian Ike. Mrs. Lillian Ike, like I said earlier, is a board-certified family and mental health nurse practitioner with several years of experience. You heard all that she had to tell us. I appreciate your comment. Thank you so very much. I know so many people will benefit from this particular edition of Life and People. Thank you immensely for coming. Well, that's it on the show today. Thanks a lot for joining us. More will be coming on Life and People. Stay with us. Goodbye now.